Big boss. You're first, Mr. Mitch. Apparently well, they're out in full force right now. There's got to be 100 people. Hey, Carl. Yes, you must get a life. Stop living through me and start living. Live yourself, man. I'm surrounded by cops. They're everywhere. Everywhere. They're all over the place. They're all down here. There's got to be at least 100 of them here. The boys in brown. It's an auspicious occasion today. Part of the royal family is coming through. I don't know if they're coming here. Yeah, I'm in Bangkok for another for about another 20 hours. So my time is a little limited, but I got a couple things I have to do here. I have to get a couple things, I have to do a couple things, so I figured what the hey. And I got a free coffee today. Got a free coffee. And today happens to be 2 for 1, so they gave me 2. Not bad. So that means I got 4 shots and they're off. That was the whistle. I just asked that guy, so what's the big occasion today? What's happening? And he just said, Maharaja Dit, which I guess literally translates to, or not literally, translates to the royal family is coming through, or somebody from the royal family is coming through. So there's just literally, there's got to be 100, 150 of them. They're coming out of the woodworks. And you can always tell the guys who are the top dogs. Like this guy's a colonel, or whatever the equivalent is. And the guy in the far left, I think he's either the 3-star or 4-star. And there's another guy that's got 3 or 4 stars. There's a couple of them with 2. And these guys are sergeants. Or one of them's a sergeant. For some reason, I don't think that they would love me to walk over there and go, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? They'd be like, Farang, get out of here. what I find kind of funny is that there's a couple of them that, I mean, like this guy's, he's chubby, but there's a really, really heavy guy. Most of them are pretty fit, but, you know, pretty slim. But there's a couple of them that are, I mean, they need to lose about 150 pounds. I'm surprised that they're allowed. Maybe they're working a desk job or something. I don't know. This is a little something that's all right, now we got all the chicks coming. This is a sign of things to come in Hong Kong, because if you've been watching it, it's going to get pretty crazy in Hong Kong. What does that stand for? SH? Sosua? Kohip? I like to ask them, but they look like they're going to bite my head off. Seriously. The one lady was like, what are you looking at me for? I'm important. Maybe it's my insecurities coming through. I don't know. Another big dog over there. What time is it? A little while before they open. Shit. This guy's 4 stars coming over here. Right here. He takes his sweet ass time. He's moseying on over. I want to go in there and ask those ladies, what's your deal? Are you like army girls, or what's the deal? I can't see. What are they? I just see the Sosua Ho Heap, which is like a SH. Check. 2 for 1. It's a 2 for 1 day. So it's there should be a lot of people coming here today. Once they find out it's 2 for 1, the crowds start massing. By then I'll be gone. I'll be out of here. I got big shit to do. Why can't they pick a better? Well, you know, anytime they want to tell a joke, it's right there for the taking. You know. The girls, their uniform looks a lot better. The green uniforms, but of course they look good, and these guys, you know, I'm not looking at them like that, so. If the girls come out and they slow down, if there's any chance of me asking them what's up, I'm gonna ask them if they're in the military, or if they're in the police, or if they're just like emergency response. They don't look like emergency response. What is that though? Oh, they get the flag out too. Well, there's always a procession, you know. But I don't know if they're going to see. Hang on. They got the SSH. Sasua Pahip. I can't see what it says. They're the military police. They're military cops. No wonder they're looking at me. They're like, why are you streaming me? Sasua Pahip. But I want to know, what does it stand for? Sasua Pahip. I don't think that they like me streaming or pointing a camera at them. They don't look like they do, but it says right there, military police. It says on her badge, military police. So my guess is that she's in the army. But they were looking at me like, why is he pointing that camera at me? So that's a sign, you know, keep the camera away. Unless you make contact and can get allowance. You are granted permission. This one, she got the eye. What do they call, iBuds or whatever they're called? They're like little microphones. Oh no, that one has regular headphones on. The other one has like something in her ear. I thought it was like an iBud or something. Whatever they call those things now. They're different. So she's the boss. Oh, the one in the front is the big boss. It doesn't look like they're sergeants, but I don't know what they call them here. I'm not up on all the military jargon. I'm not a commander, if you know what I mean. I'm just a lowly buck private. Maybe I have to walk out there and check out the procession. It's funny when I'm pointing it at the women, then the numbers go up. When I point the camera elsewhere, then the numbers go down. That's how it works. So here's the Starbucks girls, already getting ready for the big day. They've already got all these bags set up, and yeah. I don't know what it is today. Today's not like, you know, maybe it's a very stressful day for all these people around here. I don't know. Anyway, Lori will be heading back to Hanoi tomorrow. She's in Sapa, and I think it's the place is a little bit quiet, and she'll be back in Hanoi for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Yeah, there's a lot of people when they're using an amplifier. You know that there's a lot of people there. I can't see how many though. See, I should have brought my camera, but I'm making sure all the batteries are charged. The girls were, it said right on their sticker, military, or on their patch, military police. And I thought that they were military police because if they were regular police, they'd be wearing brown uniforms, because the women wear brown uniforms too. But they were military police. But I'm wondering, I'm gonna have to find out what it had the letters SH stand for. The Sasua, which is S, and Hohip, which is H. I want to find out what that means. Got to keep on learning. But these guys, all of them they're straight up coppers. Lori, there you are. Lori, Mr. Billy wants to know, why are you in Vietnam? What's the matter? Thailand isn't good enough for you anymore? You're missing all the action here. We had military chicks. We had military chicks. We had, we got all these coppers over here. Let me see something here. You know what? I'm gonna walk over here. Oh no, no crime today. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. I hope I don't get in trouble. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 1, 2, 2. There's got to be about 15 per row. So 75, about 80. Yeah, there's close to 100. Close to 100. Hang on one second. I got to take a photo. Yeah, I like Hanoi. Hanoi was probably my favorite place, although Quy Nhon was very, very close. I hope I have more than 15 viewers once I'm in Hong Kong, because if I don't, then I might as well not even waste the internet time, to be honest. I mean, just being brutally serious here. I understand today, since I just streamed yesterday, but you know, it's getting very crazy in Hong Kong. And I've been in touch with 2 more people. One guy lived in Hong Kong for 8 years, and he was just there. And another guy is there right now, the guy that I said I was going to meet with, who wants his name to remain anonymous. You know, I saw some things from last night. It is getting a little hairy, you know, like they basically held, well, you can't, I could shoot straight down. But yeah, see, they're getting ready to, I believe they're getting ready to disperse. I mean, if I wasn't streaming and I had my camera with me, I would run up there. I'd run up there and take a couple shots straight down, and I'd probably climb up on that, I don't know if I could without breaking it, the flower thing. Well, I plan on taking care. Thank you. It's a jam-packed schedule to be just telling it like it is. I mean, the next couple of days are going to be, I have a feeling, are going to be quite hairy there. So if you're not going to watch me, at least watch the news, just to check it out and see what's going on there. But basically, the chief executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, was basically listened to 150 people, and some of them were, they're just normal citizens. Yeah, they're breaking up here. Normal citizens, you know, not in the government, and they got to express their feelings on what's going on in Hong Kong. And some of them were quite pissed off. I know there was at least one lady who said, "You need to step down." She's screaming, "You need to step down." And I think, you know, Hong Kongers are pissed off. They are really pissed off. So I'm looking forward to going there and getting taking it all in. You know, I'm not going to do anything crazy, but, well, maybe not. The problem is that, to make a long story short, China is basically trying to press Hong Kong to be part of China. I mean, you know, they're not saying you need to be. They already are part of China, but they're basically saying our influence matters and your freedoms don't matter. And so the Chinese are getting pissed. They tried to propose an extradition law, and basically there was a lady who was in Taiwan who was murdered by, I think it was her boyfriend, and there was an extradition bill, and to extradite him to China. I don't know if he's Chinese. I don't remember all the specifics, but I'd have to browse over it again. But so what happened was that the Hong Kongers got pissed off because that opens up the floodgate. You know, like if there are journalists, if there are people in the government, if there are people in universities who speak their mind freely, then they could extradite them for crimes against the Chinese government. And it's not supposed to be that way, first of all. It's supposed to be two different systems. Hong Kong's supposed to handle its own matters. Now, the other thing is that there were some bookstores, and there were 5 people involved in them, and they were distributing and publishing stuff, I guess, that was anti-China, and those people have all disappeared. You know, they're feared to have been murdered, taken away. So that was another thing. But they have this thing, and I have the list wrote down. I don't know if I remember it all. But they have 5 demands, and they're saying what their slogan is: 5 demands, not one less. And one of them is the extradition. The other is that the people who have been arrested won't be charged as rioters, because that carries a 10-year sentence. They want to be, if they're going to be arrested for anything, they want to be something like disturbing the peace. They're protesters, not rioters. There's the difference is in the sentence if you're charged with being a rioter. What else? Oh, all the people involved in the protest that have been arrested are granted amnesty. That's another one. I don't remember the other 2 off the top. I have to think about it, but there are 5 demands. All I have to do is look up 5 demands, not one less, and you should be able to find it very easily. It's all over. For me, so far, the best resource has been Twitter, which I don't particularly like. But man, when you need to access somebody quickly, that's the way to do it. You know, these guys are just standing around, so who knows when these people are going to come through. But last night, the woman was Carrie Lam, spoke to all these people, and it was not a good vibe. There was a lot of people pissed off. Well, yeah, I don't doubt that, and I don't deny that. There have been some policemen that got the shit beat out of them. There have been some people, and one guy got a whole lot of. He got hassled because there was a guy walking through the subway, and apparently he was shouting, you know, like down with the protest or something, you know, or I love China, universal suffrage. Yeah, that has to do with the government, because basically the way that the government's set up is so that it's a puppet government. I mean, the Chinese control the vote. The China, as opposed to Hong Kong, controls the majority of the votes. And the woman who's in charge now is basically considered a puppet by the democracy people. You know, I'm not somebody who is well versed in politics. I mean, I don't particularly like politics, but in this case, it pays to know the backstory. So I've been just reading everything I can, and you know, trying to think of what my schedule's going to be there and how much it costs, of course, because that's me. Um, tomorrow is a big day. Well, the Chinese government, they can't really bring in the troops, because if they bring in the troops, it's like it's such a densely populated area. I mean, they can, but they're gonna get shellacked. There's gonna be a huge death toll, and they don't want that. So what the Hong Kongers are saying is, well, if you don't give us what you want, we're gonna destroy Hong Kong. We're just gonna destroy it to where China suffers, and China's economy is really in a poor state right now, although they want to project it like they're very strong. And the last thing that they need is on Tuesday, the 70th anniversary of communism, for Hong Kong to be rioting in the streets and tearing down things and getting violent, because it has gotten violent. That's the last thing China wants, because they want all the focus on them and their powerful military and their huge number of troops and their great weapons, and they want to show how powerful they are. But the problem is that they really, although they're powerful in a military sense, after a while they're going to run out of money. They're not in a good financial state right now. So, all these things contributing, and then it started out where it was just the extradition bill. I think that's been proposed to be withdrawn, so that'll go away. But that's not enough now. Look at this. We got the marching band. I wonder how old these kids are. They got to be high schoolers. Well, and junior high schoolers. Lang cafe. So they've already cost China a huge amount of money. And if there is, imagine this. Tomorrow is the 5th anniversary, or they're celebrating the 5th anniversary of the umbrella movement, which is it was a peaceful protest 5 years ago. I think it was on the 15th or the 5th of October, but for some reason they're celebrating it tomorrow. And they fired tear gas on the so apparently it is, because before it was down, and now they have supposedly they have a few hundred cops that are preventing people from causing any problems. So my fingers are crossed that nothing will happen tonight. But tomorrow is the anniversary of the umbrella movement, where the people were tear gassed. So that's supposed to be a rally, and that usually things get a little bit heated at these things, especially there, from what I've seen. And then the next day is they were calling it anti-Chi-Nazi, now they're calling it anti-totalitarianism rally. Yeah, they're all breaking up now. And there's supposed to be a huge number of people there. That's in a park that overlooks Victoria Bay. So I'm in all likelihood, I'll be streaming, which will be 7 o'clock. It'll be about 6 o'clock, 6:30 Hong Kong time, which is about 5:30, 6:30 p.m. here, which means in the U.S., subtract about 12 or add 12, however you want to look at it. Subtract 12. That's supposed to be huge. And then they're expecting something like 2 million people marching in Hong Kong on the 1st of October. So these are the reasons why I'm going. Because I think it's important to photograph it. I have the chance. And, you know, hopefully, hopefully things will turn out well for me and for the people there. But, you know, hey, Gennaro, what's happening? So, yeah, there's a lot going on there. And I'm a little nervous for a number of reasons. You know, it's kind of like going to a big boxing event and having to photograph it. You don't get a second chance. And this one, you know, if it turns violent, if I don't buy a mask, then if I don't buy a mask and they fire off tear gas, well, then I'll be sucking in tear gas. If I don't buy a helmet and somebody throws a brick and I get hit in the head, well, I'm screwed. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm saying, oh, I don't want to go, I'm too scared. That's not happening. But, you know, remember that this is something... Carlos, there you are. You're back. You're in the mix. But it doesn't mean that, you know, of course I don't have some butterflies and I'm not nervous and, you know, of course I am. Anything could happen. You know, the protesters could turn on you. I mean, it's happened. And, you know, you have to be very careful what you say. You have to be careful where you are. You know, you got to know what's going on there, which means you got to have intel. And I don't know very many people there that are on the ground. Although I'm connected to quite a few, I only know really one, two. Well, it's good you made it back. I'm leaving for Hong Kong tomorrow. And I'm anxious to see how things turn out. I mean, who knows how long it'll go on? It's already been going on for 4 months. But I think that the climax of the whole situation, it could come to a head on Tuesday. And there should be a lot of people. Oh, I will be. But there should be a lot of people on the 29th. I mean, there could be, you know, 500,000, million people. I don't know, but they're a lot. The insertion point, wherever I can get a very cheap hotel. I still haven't determined that yet because it depends on a few things. I'll know by tomorrow morning before, well, tonight, late tonight. Sure, an exit. Yeah. Wear a belt. That's a good idea. You're going to the donut shop. Starbucks, the donut shop of Thailand. I'm going to either be in TST, which is, I still don't remember how to say it properly. Chiu Sha Chi, or I don't know how it is, but it's TST. Either Chun King Mansions, which, you know, they got cheap places there. Causeway Bay, they have a place there that I'm interested in, or Wanjai. One of those three places, but that's all. I really want to be on Hong Kong Island. So, you know, yes, it's actually SHUI, I believe. Simcha Shui, which means something about sharks. I forget. I was told yesterday and I forgot. Kowloon, interestingly enough, means 9 dragons. So there you go. You have received a little bit of information today. I prefer not to stay in the TST area though, because it means having to take the ferry or means taking the ferry or the what do you call it? The MTR. It'd be much better if I can just walk down the street. Boom, I'm there. You know, if I got to take the MTR, then I'll take it. But I don't want to have to be going back and forth, you know. But I'll have to keep my location a bit of a secret. It's going to be a bit hairy. It's not like the slums, you know. You walk through the slums, you take your time, you get a feel for the place. You start feeling something's not good, you go, I gotta go, I'm out of here. And you leave before, you know, anybody can mount any sort of an attack on you, whether verbal or physical. From what I've been told, that's not a good thing for a foreigner to be wearing. Keep it in your pocket when you're out. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, some of the people are some of the people that are attacking the pro-democracy people are using bottles, and I saw yesterday a man and a woman with a machete. Machetes are a bit much because they'll ruin your day and they'll ruin your life. A bottle, yeah, they can cut you open, but you know, depends on, you know, if the bottle is broken yet and how heavy it is, and you know, if you can block it and all that. But a machete is I mean, this is no joke, you know. To me, it's no joke. It's a preparation, and you know, like I was telling Lori, the idea is to get some good photos, you know. Good photos, entertaining streams, if I'm able to stream. You know, I gotta feel that out. Some good video. Lori, I don't know if you're still here, but I hope you're ready to explore Klong Tui a little bit more. You can see how it's changed. It's still changing. Some guy wrote me the other day and said, the little guy that I took a picture of, and I said he was a driver, and his driver left him. His boss basically just split on him. After 13 years of driving for the guy, 3-4 times a week, after all that time, the guy just split, didn't say anything. Boy, that's a last-ditch effort right there, Mr. Billy. I don't want to touch anybody's poo, much less my own. All the stuff that comes out of me. I must report, though. Here we go. We got the Thai flag up. Well, that's what I was going to talk about. The Manscaped products seem to be working well. The wife has said that the odor is okay, which, you know, that's fine. I'm okay with the odor. And I must say that the deodorant, actually, it helps. Oh, I never have the booty funk unless, you know, I'm out like somewhere where I can't take a shower for 4 or 5 days. Then it starts getting a little funky. I'm not a real funky guy, though, you know. It takes me about 3 to 4 days to start getting a bit rank. And most of the time I'm all right, so I can shower at least once every day or two. From what I've been told, people are out late until the early morning in Hong Kong. And I'm talking about the protesters. They're up front. They start at dawn and continue until daybreak. So I might be in for some, well, I already don't sleep much. But, you know. Soy Dog Cowboy wrote me this morning. I don't know how he saw. But he saw that my Facebook Messenger was active. He's like, what are you up so early for, man? You should go back to sleep. Oh, you better get some, then. Bon appetit. Cheers. Das Vidania. But, you know, my kids are up real early. Nicholas is up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. He's out the door, man, 6 o'clock. That kid he runs like clockwork. He goes home, eats, takes a shower, does his chores. Yeah, exactly. After 3 days of no sleep, you don't need coffee, you need sleep. Once he does his chores, boom, right to bed. And then I'll get up and I'll go, oh, where's Nicholas? Is he gone already? And he's either gone or he's in the shower. Because if he's not in the shower, and he's still home, then he and Alex fight over who's getting in the shower. Yes, let's talk to Lori. That way I get some of the pressure's off me. Sometimes I don't want to talk too much. It's just one of those times. Tell everybody about your experience in Sapa. Oh, I'm ready, man. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. I'm raring to go. I don't know if you've been watching everything, but man, it seems to be heating up more and more every day. You know, The only thing I really worry about is the Molotov cocktails. That I worry about. Because I don't have a fire retardant suit, you know. It's not like I'm going to be running around like that. I will get some when I get there. I will get headgear and a gas mask. Apparently you can get them there for pretty cheap, so, you know, I mean, like, they're not like charging, you know, 10,000 baht or anything like that, or I'd be in deep shit. I have a bulletproof vest, but I'm not bringing that. I don't want to go to jail. And I don't think I'll need it. It's bulletproof, stab-proof vest, which I want to get rid of, to be honest. But I need a helmet. Those are cheap. And, oh, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. I've seen a few live streams and seen a few things that are happening. So, I mean, you know, it's heating up, and I think it's just gonna, like I told you, I think it's gonna pop off. Something's gonna happen in the next couple of days. Between the anti-totalitarianism rally, between the 70th anniversary, and then the umbrella movement, I think there's going to be, I'll have ample opportunity for photographs. But anyway, Lori's in Vietnam. Lori is an action girl. She needs action. She needs people that are engaging and all around. And I think Sapa's a little too quiet. But that happens, you know. Sometimes you go to places and they're better than you think, and sometimes you go to places and you're like, wow, this isn't what I expected, you know. But I want to go back to Vietnam. I just don't, there's not enough time and not enough money. Time is, I can do workarounds, but money, that's a different story. I need a good helmet like his. I should bring a helmet where I can put, yeah, that would be nice, huh? Although I don't know if she really wants to go. I don't know, you know. Wet down a cloth with bottled water and go old school. Well, I may do that. Supply is working on your order. You know, I'm not so nervous about getting hurt or stressed out about being hurt or any of that kind of stuff. It's not that. It's more like, what is this? What'd she do? She just walks away from me. She's giving away free coffee, and she walks right by me to go over and give coffee to somebody way over there. Well, obviously I'm going to try to. Now look at this. I should ask them what do they think about what's going on in Hong Kong. It's the umbrella movement. A bunch of, I mean, that was 10, 15 Chinese tourists. I don't know, Lori. I mean, I know you got your schedule and everything, but like, you would go to Hong Kong like it is now, wouldn't you? Well, yeah. อันนี้อะไรอ่ะ Okay, sure. Okay. All right. I'm going on my. I know this has sugar in it. ขอบคุณมากครับ Beyond Trinity, what's happening? We were just talking about my manscaping products and how they are working wonders. I don't think my nutsack has ever been so dry and happy. And you know what's funny is I can't bring the body wash, but I can bring the ball deodorant and the ball spritzer because they're under 100 milliliters, and I'm gonna bring them. Oh yeah. You know, she gave me a funny look. I'm not too worried about that. I think, you know, the thing about being arrested is if they tell you to move, you either get out or, okay, well, I'll talk to you later, man. I'll send you a message, you know. That is good. I'm sure it's got sugar in it, though. It's the only allowable sugar for the day. Look at this. Oh, I'll keep you posted. And I'll be on Twitter, letting people know what's going on, and also on Patreon. So I want to write something for Patreon, you know, the Patreon members. But, you know, I don't believe so. I don't believe they are. Fucking loud and uncultured, man. I thought I was a loud American. At one point in my life, I don't think that way anymore. Hello, hello. Ni hao. You're from China. Ni hao ma. Should I ask them what they think? You speak English? You speak English? A little bit? I'm from America. But I live here. I live here a long time. Yeah. Here, this is you. That's you. They're everywhere. There you go. There you go. You're 5 seconds of fame. All right. Hello from China. I'm Chinese.
China.
No, you say Chinese. In English, you say Chinese. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. No, you're not China. You're Chinese. We're speaking English. I'm sorry I corrected you. No offense. But I really wanted to ask him, you know, so what do you think about Hong Kong? Hong Kong. I didn't want to piss them all off, though. That's all I need is about 20 old ladies to beat the shit out of me. You talk about Hong Kong? Yeah, they were like, can I have a whiff? You know, listen, I like the smell. The old lady likes the smell. Everything's good. But it does make you feel a little fresher. And I'll tell you what, at the end of the day yesterday, 4 or 5 o'clock, I was like, oh man, I still got all this stuff to do. I'm like, I washed my hands, washed my face, gave myself a little spritz down there, and I actually felt a little bit better. It felt good. I felt like, I feel a little clean now. A little cleaner, a little, at least the funk wasn't coming through. There was no funk. So it's good stuff. You're gonna get me hooked on it. I'm gonna be like, no ball spray today? What am I gonna do? But I am going to carry it on. Toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, mouthwash, deodorant, ball deodorant, and ball spritz, all in a bag. And it can you see me going in through Chinese or Hong Kong immigration? And they say, "What's this?" And I'm gonna say, "Here it is, right here, ball freshener or ball spritz or whatever it says." A ball spritz? Oh, I don't understand. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh man, that's just too funny. I want to demonstrate it too. Anyway, what time is it? I don't know why they don't open this place at 10 o'clock. There are people waiting all the time. From Bangkok to Bangladesh to Hong Kong. This is the life. Oh, glorious fun. I met a guy yesterday. No, Chuck won't be with me. Chuck is in Taiwan, actually. But he won't be with me. Wow. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Gennaro. Believe me, that helps. I'm always worried about money. Especially in Hong Kong. Thank you, Gennaro. I saw it. I got an automatic message. Thank you very much. One of the reasons I want to stay by Causeway Bay is because I don't want to keep going back and forth and going, well, it's costing me this much every day just for the what do you call it? The MTR. I'm not so worried about food. I can usually find, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know. You always spend a little bit more than you think. And so and then I don't have a return ticket. I didn't get a return ticket yet because I don't know how long I'm going to stay, because it depends on what's happening. Who knows what'll happen? They could overrun the airport again, and I'm screwed. I'm going to have to go to Macau to fly out of Macau. So, yeah, that's about all I'll spend for food. I think the majority of what I spend will be the airfare back from Hong Kong, and then the internet time, because I'll have 2 internet cards. Yeah, so I'll have 4G on 2 different numbers, a Hong Kong number and a Thai number. So, I'm doing it on the cheap, but I'm really hoping that the photography pays off and that no matter what, I get some great photos. I mean, and if if I can do a couple of streams, and I hope the streams are great. They're better than anything I've done before. I mean, like, to me, it's like, well, what's next? Streaming from Burundi? Can I live stream from Uganda? I mean, where do you top it? I don't know how to continue topping it, you know what I mean? There goes that lady again. I should ask her. So tell me, please be honest with me. Tell me, what do you think about Hong Kong? But she's a mainlander, so I kind of already know. I'm not looking to piss anybody off. Best thing to do is keep your mouth shut, and your eyes open. I've learned that much. Oh yeah, there's like two sets of about 15 people each. So there's about 35 people. I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow at about 6 or 7 Hong Kong time, which is an hour ahead of Thailand time. So if I start at 7 p.m. in Hong Kong, it'll be 6 p.m. in Bangkok, which is 7 a.m. the day before on the East Coast. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be the greatest time, but the problem is I can't really. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I have to think about it. But I can't direct the times of when these events are happening. For all I know, I could be walking down the street at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and something happens, and then the next thing you know, I'm like, I got to do something. So, but there's stuff going on. There are major events on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday in Hong Kong. And most of them are in the evening. I think on Tuesday it's an all-day event. And on Sunday, it might start, there's some stuff that starts in the morning, so I might stream in the morning and then might stream at night too. I don't know. I have to get the vibe of the place to see what I can do, what I can get away with, Tell you what, the people in this tour group, they're not exactly what I would call reserved and shy. They're very outgoing. Whole big group of them over there. They're like the cops before. They're gathering. It's good they don't say anything, though. Oh, what are you doing? You put the camera on me? You can't do that. And I'm going to have to go, sorry, but we ain't in China. there are some people, they were streaming for like 6 hours straight, you know, and I mean, yeah, I don't know, you know, I'll have to see once I get there. I've done a little research on the SIM cards and with AIS. The AIS I just want to use mainly for my Line account and for email and social media. And the Hong Kong number I want to use for streaming. They all have umbrellas. Almost all of them. 9 out of 10 of them got umbrellas. You guys should cross your fingers that I get some great photos and that they sell. Or I get some good video footage and it sells. Because if I do, then next stop, the Congo. I told my wife this morning, you know, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm like, you know, she said, what? I'm like, I told you 3 days ago I'm leaving. You gotta leave tomorrow? Yeah, I gotta leave tomorrow. I wanna leave tomorrow. Have to. It's a must. I'm already cutting it close. If I had it my way, I would have left today, but I didn't know about the event, you know, the stuff going on today. They're supposed to, the police are supposed to have like a no tolerance policy there. Far less tolerance than they've had in the previous weeks, which is kind of scary since it doesn't seem like they had all that much tolerance. Wow. Well, look at this. All I can hear now is the screaming Chinese. I'm gonna walk over there. Check this out. Starbucks. Look at this. There's a whole row of them. Oh my God. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Yeah, there's about 30 people. She doesn't really worry. Her main thing is, you know, are you going for fun or are you going to make money? And I'm always like, well, you know, obviously the goal is to make money. Take good photos, make money, come out on top, and hopefully go up a notch. But she doesn't ever really think about the danger or anything like that. She knows I've been around, you know, I mean. Aside from war zones, I mean, I've been in some nasty situations, but, you know, I feel I can handle pretty much anything. And if I can't, what are you gonna do? I'm not Superman, you know? At least I go trying, you know, that's what I've been saying. It's like, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I think, like I said, it's a very calculated risk. I don't think that I'm gonna end up being, you know, one of the few people who dies in Hong Kong because of this protest. I don't think there's a very high probability. I think it's very, very low. So You know, I don't have a problem with it. And even if she did say, I'm really worried, I'd say, don't worry. You know. What else can you say? She always tells me, don't worry about me. I can handle just about anything. Well, you know, same goes for me, you know. Oh, they're waiting. What they're doing is they're waiting to go shopping. You guys would like that. Then my channel might become popular. Might become really popular. I might hit 1 million subscribers and wow. Let's be clear. I'm not really up for the whole, you know, like I'll do anything for clicks. I mean, you know, I won't do anything for money and I won't do anything for clicks. I'll do some things for money and I don't really care about the clicks. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It never really, you know, it's not something that weighs heavily on my mind. Where's Lori at? I feel bad for Lori that she's in Sapa in the middle there where it's so quiet that she's like, the wheels are spinning in her head and she's like dying to get back to Hanoi where there's some life. But maybe that peace and quiet is something that, you know, she doesn't realize she needs, you know. You gotta look at it from a positive aspect or viewpoint. I would be a true warrior. Warrior! You're a warrior! Hey dude, you're a warrior! You stream for longer than me, you're a real warrior. Oh God. If streaming sitting at Starbucks for 2.5 hours yesterday makes me a warrior, I'd hate to see what the guy thinks is a pussy. That's memorable. I'll never forget that. You're a warrior, dude. You've been streaming for a long time. You're a warrior. I think it was Gennaro who said, or I'm not sure, but I think it was. He said, you're either very courageous or you're insane. And I think the needle, like if you're over here, this is courageous and this is insane. I think I'm probably about right here. I'm leaning towards a little crazy. Many people. It's 10:15. Let's give it another 15 minutes. See how many people start showing up. There's not that many right today. Lots of Chinese though. Whew. Insane ball warrior. Yes. Somebody make me a shirt that says that and I'll wear it. What do they call those balls that they hang in like, you know, like in a Mexican, what do you call the things that bounce up and down? You know, like a souped up carve it, you know, like the Mexicans like to, they like to soup up. They like to soup them up. I forget what they call them. I'm out of the loop. What do they call? Oh, lowriders. You know, they got the lowriders and they got the, what do they call them? Dingo balls. Ah, you gonna go photograph it? I take it. Get the Grab to take you around. Get the in Hanoi. Get the Grab to take you around if you want to go somewhere a little bit outside of the city, because they're not very expensive. So. Anyway, have a good trip. Be safe. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot, man. And it's all because of you. You're going to be so happy about that. He went down as the ball warrior. The coroner made note in his report. Hey, this guy was fresh. Oh, man. Unbelievable. His what? Meanwhile, all the police were out. Yeah, it's some member of the royal family. It's coming through. Yeah. I think. I don't know. No. I don't know. I don't know. They told me they're coming through, and I didn't really ask, so I don't really care. It happens all the time, so.
You got a YouTube channel, have you?
Yeah.
Where do you live, Bangkok?
Yeah, I live here. I've lived here for 25 years. What about you?
I've been in Thailand 6 or 7 years, but I'm in Bangkok 3 or 4. I couldn't.
So where do you live?
Yeah, Brown, back in Sydney.
Oh, okay. So you live here now?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I live right down the street. So yeah.
I'm not really a big fan. Bangkok's okay. I come here to live on the beach, and I haven't got near a beach since.
I mean, I like the beaches, but I do like Bangkok. I mean, I don't like all the traffic and all that shit, but I like the convenience of everything. I mean, that's nice. But I get out. I try to get out once in a while,
It's going to be better when they get the...
When they get the SkyTrain finished, yeah, it'll be much better. But I think it's going to be much busier. It's going to be a much busier area. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably will. But fortunately, I live in a place that's a little bit away, so I'm not really worried about it, I try not to worry about that shit,
My girlfriend works in the condo line, so I think we pay about $2,500
Really?
But she gets off her salary,
Oh, they just take it off her salary? Oh, well, that's nice. That's the trade-off.
Yeah,
It's all right.
the only thing then is it's in her name, so every time I get an argument, she says,
It's
get out of my place. I said, I'm paying for it,
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, it's only 2,500 baht. It's not like you're paying like a 70,000 baht a month rent.
I know. But if I'm paying for it, it feels like it's mine. It's not my name. My name's on it.
Yeah. Well, that's always a problem, but
I think that's a problem anyway.
yeah, everywhere. Not being able to own a house here is a problem.
That's going to be the me,
I feel for the guys who.
You only hear the bad stories, don't you?
Oh yeah, I feel bad for the guys who they're stupid and they decide to throw their money at some chick because they think it'll get her, and then the chick takes all the money, builds the place, and says, "See you later, buddy." And then he's like, "Oh, but I paid for everything." Yeah, you did. Thanks. See you later.
They
Yeah.
They're under so much pressure from family and friends, aren't they? All that.
Marry an orphan.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You marry an orphan, and or you know, you better be damn sure that who you're getting involved with is, you know, a decent person, and it's hard to tell.
Even that.
Yep. Well, lots of Chinese here today. All these people right here, they're all Chinese. They're all waiting to go shopping. That whole row sitting down right there. The whole row of people. Oh, you teach English? Yeah.
No, I mean, even in the relationship, I think we've always got special efforts because we know in other circumstances they would walk away, but they can't because everything's tied in.
Well, I mean, you know, I know that there are women out there, but they don't give a shit. They're just like, you know what? If I want to leave you, I'm leaving your ass. I'll be fine.
No, I mean the men that maybe put an investment in over time, and in other circumstances, maybe things aren't perfect, they would walk away.
Yeah.
But because they've got the money tied in.
Yeah, well, that
they decide to
sucks.
stay.
That always sucks, especially if you're, you know, with some girl who goes, I don't care if you paid for all of it. I'm not giving you any money. I don't have any money. You're screwed. You're out of luck, you know. But, you know, that's why, listen, a relationship's always a bit of a gamble, but, you know, you got to minimize your risk. Oh, I've been married for 20 years. Same girl for 20 years. We got 2 kids, you know, 2 teenage boys. Yeah, so. I mean, I'm pretty well set in, you know, as far as, you know, family goes and everything like that. I'm comfortable here. I'm very comfortable here.
I'm thinking about it with the visa thing now.
I don't really care about that. It's more, you know, I got married and I figure if I'm gonna get married, the only time this is the only time I've ever been married. Then what are you getting married for if you're not going to stay married? You know. And I think that's how she thinks, so, you know. Yeah, it's a long time. It is a long time.
I mean, when I first come here, I done the potato thing, you know, and went to get any number of different women back to the families on the forefront.
Oof. Should have talked to me first. That's a mistake. It's always a mistake. If you're in Pattaya and they go, oh, come see the family.
Yeah. It's when they get the photo album out, you know, this is my mum and this is my dad.
Nah, but if you go with them to where they are, it's kind of like, then they're showing you up, hey, what do you think about this guy? And then I guarantee you, especially if she's from Isan, they're asking, you know, how much does he make? What's he do? Has he got a good job? Does he love you? You know, can you get money from him? Is he going to take care of, does he understand Thai culture? He's going to give money to the family. And, you know, I couldn't deal with all that shit.
I know that before you get there. I mean, the first family I went to, the first thing the guy said to me was, you want to marry my wife, my daughter, you want so much, and then he wanted a tractor as well.
And he wanted a tractor. Yeah, well.
I was lucky, I did take him for a little bit, but it was a lot of fun as well. And
You
they
did
could
get
have-
what?
A little bit I got taken for a little bit.
Oh.
And it was good fun, it was probably worth it. And they could have taken me for a lot more if they wanted to, you know.
Well, as long as you learn from it, I guess, you know. Now it's getting busy.
So what's this? How often do you download them?
Huh?
How often do you do these?
Well, this is live.
Alright.
It's live right now, so I do it. Usually, I do it around 2 times, sometimes 4 times a week. Usually, I put up a video every week, or sometimes every. An American in Bangkok. That's what everybody remembers me for. About the chowder heads. Yeah, it's been a couple years since I really did those. Yeah. You know, they're a bit of fun for a while, but. Huh? Yeah, he's better. He had surgery and he came out of it and he's recuperating. But I don't know. I haven't talked to him in about a week or so. I think he went on and said, you know, I'm getting better or whatever. I think he did like one video, but I don't know. I don't really know. I don't talk to him all the time or anything. But you know, I was concerned because you know. No, he's a good guy. I've met with him a couple times. Once here and once in Pattaya.
He was set up financially and everything else. What did he do?
Well, I don't know. I try not to get into all that. That's private shit.
No, but just by listening to him, you sound comfortable, you know.
Yeah, but you know, even with insurance, a serious illness can wipe you out. You know. So you know, rich today, poor tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's that easy. I saw a guy, he used to come here all the time. I haven't seen him in years. And he had quite a, he's a German guy, had quite a bit of money. And then he kept it all in Germany. He had a heart attack. And he ended up having to pay 800,000 baht. And he kept all his money in Germany, so he had to transfer the money. And then he had another surgery, and the next thing you know, he was into him for, you know, I don't know, 150,000 US or something. And that was the last I heard of him.
I think Ted should have gone straight home, I think, straight away.
I don't think it would have worked for him because I don't think his insurance would, the national insurance would cover him.
Well, in the UK, you don't need it.
I don't know. I think he talked about it. I don't know. I don't follow most of the guys. I'm friends with him just because I've talked to him a couple times, and there's a couple guys I've talked to, but I was concerned, about his illness. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to go back and not be able to come back. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. Yeah. So where are you from? From Wales. Ah, Joe Calzaghe. You know Joe Calzaghe? Oh, is he? It's been a long time since he fought, eh? It's been what, 9 years? Yeah. Good fighter for. Yeah. Yeah. I liked him as a fighter. He's a good fighter. Yep, undefeated, retired undefeated. I liked him. I like Carl Frock. But he wasn't from Wales, but I liked him. There, Nigel Benn, who's fighting again. I like quite a few fighters from the UK. Yeah. He's 55 and he's fighting a guy 55 or 56, I think, and he's fighting a guy 40. That I think in his prime it would have been a rough fight for him. The guy's a skilled fighter, but Ben would have probably beat him. Now I don't know.
One of the most scary people I ever met was Eubank. And
Chris Eubank?
He looked, when he come across this very suave.
Right.
You got up close to him, he looked in his eyes, and he had this crazy look in his eyes. No, thank you.
I mean, I know a fair bit about boxing and boxers. I've been around a lot of boxers in my life, and it's always on TV. They look a certain. Even Sugar Ray Leonard, who I met when he was in his prime. You think he's this pretty boy, but when you get up to him, you can feel the intensity, and you can feel Usually what it is a guy is, you know, like Sugar Ray's in his prime was about 147. He was 67 kilos. And he looks like, when you get next to him, you don't think he's a big guy, but he's so dense that you're like, shit, this guy's like 175, 180, you know, like, what's that, about 70, 80 kilos or something, you know.
They put that in the confidence as well, like a bit more aura about it as well.
Yeah, I guess, you know. You got to. You got to get in the ring, you know. You can't go in if you're not confident.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I better go on. Thank you for that. Anyway,
All right, take it easy, man. All right. All right. Well, lovely chat. Lovely chat today. Can't mimic his dialect there, his accent. This place is open for business. Excellent. I always like talking about boxing. Even though I don't really watch it anymore and I don't know all the fighters, and there used to be a guy that he worked, I don't know if he still works with him now. I actually know two guys who work for ESPN Sports, and the one guy used to ask me all kinds of questions about Thai fighters. And probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, he was messaging me on Facebook asking me all these questions about one or two Thai fighters, and I was just, dude, I don't really give a shit about it anymore. I got too many other things going on. I don't want to think about it. It's a hurtful sport, and you know, I don't know. It's a hurting business. You know, that's what it is. Surprised he didn't ask for an autograph. Well, he barely knew who I was, so. Which, that's fine. I don't have to be well known. I don't care about the fame. I never did give a shit about it. Although, you know, I was in a film that went to the Cannes Film Festival, and I will admit, it was pretty nice when I was standing there surrounded by a bunch of hot chicks and they were all taking pictures. And they're in bikinis and I'm standing there in a suit and I'm thinking, well, this ain't bad. Actually, that reminds me, because something I have to do and I haven't done in a long time is, and I've been meaning to do it and I have to do it today. Not exactly what I want to be known for. It's kind of like being known for your ball deodorant. It's not what I aspired to do and be when I was a young boy. But today I need to get some business cards. In Hong Kong, I have a feeling I'll be handing them out like little pieces of candy. There's still cops around. Anyway, I'm the chowderhead god. If somebody sent me a good letter, I don't mean one that they made up. I mean a good letter that was honest and straightforward and semi-intelligent, I would be okay. I'd be like, all right, maybe I'll do this. But, you know, I get these messages now, and a lot of them, it's like, oh, God, this guy's full of shit. And I just don't want to do that shit anymore. I barely want, you know, I'll be honest, I barely want to be on YouTube unless it's something that I really want to show. You know, I like doing the videos, but it has to be something I really like, you know. And Chowderhead videos, I mean, I do like the travel stuff, but the Chowderhead videos make me laugh. Make me go, oh, what a dumbass. Make me go, well, I understand that position, you know. Make me believe. And you know what's funny is I did find out something. It took me a while. I found out that somebody who wrote a letter to me a long time ago claiming to be a young, I don't know, 20-something guy was actually somebody that was in this stream for quite some time and isn't in it anymore. That's what I heard. And I found, wow, he doesn't come here anymore. But he was the guy apparently who wrote this one letter. It wasn't some young guy. It was an older guy. And that letter was complete nonsense. The girl's going to take care of me. She's going to let me move in with her. I don't have any money, but what am I going to do? I don't know what I can do, but she says she'll take care of me. One of those kind of letters. And I was like, oh, this guy's full of shit. The guy I used to work for had a saying in boxing. It wasn't his saying. It was kind of all of our sayings, but it started out with him and his buddy. And that saying was that 99% of the people in the world are full of shit. And I don't disagree. Which is why if you find somebody who speaks straight, as they say in Thailand, you know, you're lucky. Anyway. All right, I got to get out of here. Oh, you noticed, Gennaro. Oh, you noticed. Wow, I'm so surprised. Believe me, Gennaro, I don't miss a trick, man. I don't miss a beat. That's old news, shall we say. Eventually, all of them, including her, find out about the YouTube channel and the photography and, you know, all the they all find out somehow. One of them tells the other, and then the other one tells the other. And, you know, it's the coconut telegraph. Things get around. So, but she's been here for a couple of years. She's young, man. She's only like 21. There's a copper stationed upstairs. Well, you know, it isn't often that they get attractive ones working there. It's usually something like 2 out of 10. 20% of them are decent looking or good looking, you know? Kids chilling out here. Anyway, thank you to all the Patreon patrons. Thank you to all the people who have contributed and watched and commented. You know, I say it all the time, but thank you. Hopefully, in the future I'll get to the point where I don't need a damn thing from anybody. But you know, listen, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind if, like, Mr. Billy says, "Yeah, we're going to CASHAPP," and you know, I had to raise the funding for an expedition. That seems like at our ages, or at least my age, kind of undoable. But my eyes are bigger than what is it? What's the saying? My eyes are bigger than my stomach. Kind of similar to that. There's a lot of things I want to do. I don't know if I'm physically capable of doing some of them, though. So, anyway. That one was for you, Gennaro. Well, they're everywhere. Cops are everywhere. Everywhere you look, pretty much, they're around. You'd go to the mountain for her. That, you know, you ever think about that? There's a girl waiting at the end of the trip to CASHAPP. You just have to get to base camp, but it'll take you 2 weeks to get through a thick jungle. And at the end is a beautiful maiden. She's a beautiful maiden, and she's your prize. I think there's a lot of guys that would die trying. So, anyway, I gotta roll. I got things to do. I'm running low on time. I still have to pack, make sure my bag is all set up. I'm going very low key today, or tomorrow rather. Very, very lightweight. So I'm trying to be as brutally efficient as possible. You know, and still working on my website, my photo website, which is at scottmountain.net. I got one more gallery to put up, and then I got some emails to follow up on, and some people to talk to, and a lot of things to do. So make sure my kids are taken care of. Well, there's a lot of guys who say that. After a while, you just go, eh. You know, big deal. You know. Dime a dozen, man, dime a dozen. Although I will say that a lot of them are getting fatter. The fast food is seriously entrenched here in Bangkok, and many women and men are seriously in need of dropping, you know, a couple dozen kilos. So anyway, visit my forum, visit my websites, AmericanInBangkok.com, scottmountain.net. Yeah, check out my Twitter. That's where I'll try to keep things up, because the information, because it's very easy to tap in, you know, a sentence or two and get it out. What else? Everything's in the description. It's all there. Most people know already what the deal is. So, you know, it's kind of like yada, yada, yada. Oh yeah. A lot more than you would think. I mean, every once in a while you see one. I mean, I've seen a few, and I don't mean in person and on like Instagram, YouTube, and you know, elsewhere. There are still plenty that look great. Most guys are never ever going to complain. You know, but really that's all immaterial because, you know, no matter what, you're going to get tired of them at some point. It's a matter of, are you going to get tired of them and you don't mind sticking around, or that you don't mind them sticking around? That's kind of what's important, you know. And then for some, like the manly man the other day who said he's been living in Pattaya for like 15 years or something, and all he wants to do is live there for the rest of his life and just go from girl to girl. To each his own. So anyway, that's all I got. It's time to go. Appreciate everything, and yeah, hopefully in the next what? 24 hours, 32 hours. In about 33 hours, I should be streaming, but I'll try to put as soon as I have a better idea, and once I get my internet squared away when I get there, I will put something up. Oh, Gennaro, I was so shocked, and this was years ago. I hadn't been to the States in a while, and there was a lady trying to get her kid he was a little boy. He was just like 2-3 years old, barely able to stand up, so she's holding his hand. She was massive, and the kid was going into the bathroom, and he was like, "Mommy, come inside with me," you know, and she's trying to get in. She can't fit into the bathroom. She was too big. She couldn't fit, and I was like, holy shit, man. I mean, you know, I don't mean to, listen, you know, I'm doing my best to lose some weight too. But, you know, I carry it fairly well. I've always been a big-boned, kind of thick dude. Well, maybe when I was 17 I wasn't, but, you know, for the past 30 years I have been. But, you know, I think the problem is getting worse. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time. We'll be in Hong Kong. I know I said that yesterday, but, you know, shit changes. I'm allowed to change my mind. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with the Thai flag. Until next time, from Thailand, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di, jerk and my. All right, see you guys.